Hi, I'm Nikhil Merchant, and you'll be wondering what I'm doing on Behind the Strength. But I'm here to introduce somebody really special to me. She's a storyteller, not just of words, of strength, silence, and survival. She's a mother, an entrepreneur, a creator of spaces where voices rise not for attention, but for impact. She has built brands, broken stereotypes, and quietly held space for others to be seen. Through fashion, through conversation, through purpose, she's always been creating something far bigger than herself. And when she chose to sit behind the mic, it wasn't to speak, it was to listen, to honor women, their resilience, their truth. Today, we turn the lens towards a woman who's been holding all of it together. Welcome to Behind the Strength, Priya Kapur.
Thank you.
All right. So, interestingly, Priya, I think one of the
You're
things
in my spot.
Sorry?
You're in my spot.
You're in your spot. I know. So, Priya, I think we really want to show our good side, so I think we should switch.
This is a good side as well, but I will switch. Okay, this is more comfortable for sure. Okay. First, because I am used to being the one hosting.
Yeah,
Thank you for being here for me.
Of course, and I couldn't think of a better way. I do love your podcast, and
Thank you.
It's been interesting to see how you've been bringing things into perspective and to light. And it's been really exciting to see voices being raised in the right manner. But today I have questions for you.
Oh my God.
So that'll be fun. I think, let me just say, I do know you personally since since we were kids.
Yeah.
Yes. To show you in a different light has been an interesting proposition for me. And well, let me just start with my first question. And I think it's quite important for me to know, and I feel people, your audience, who you've been collecting over a long time.
Right.
You spent the season spotlighting strength in others. What made you tell your own story today?
Well, there was a reason I started Behind the Strength. For me, the podcast, as I have mentioned earlier, is catharsis. I went through, and it's an ongoing journey of a little trial, few situations which made people wonder what was holding me together. When in fact, there were times where I would break down, but I could not show it to anybody. I had no voice, it was not coming out. I mean, literally just not, the times where your voice, you just choke for words, the right words to explain yourself. And even if you do, you don't find the right people to kind of listen to you sometimes, or you don't know who to reach out to. At that point, I felt that there are numerous people like me, numerous people who are in situations where they have a voice, but nobody is listening to them. They're not being heard. Some of them are survivors, some of them are conquerors. I don't really like the word survivor. I like the word conqueror. They're warriors. They've achieved what would be beyond the norm of achievement. And that is not only in success or wealth or anything specific. It is an all-round wholesome growth of being a human and achieving something which kind of, takes you home to yourself. You become sturdier, you become the voice of strength. And that is exactly what Behind the Strength was for me. I wanted people to come forward, share their journey, and inspire people. And even if one person was inspired, I think I would, my job would be done. And for me, it was more personal.
Right.
So,
of course.
Yes.
I feel like what you said earlier about how, it's difficult to share a lot of things which you go on as a personal journey.
Right.
And it's always nice to also have an outlet.
Absolutely.
And I feel this, it can be in any form. People have a creative outlet, people have, you talking about it. And I feel nothing, as you said, is more cathartic than speaking about it, right? So coming to, you asked so many women about what lies behind their strength, right? What lies behind yours?
Love. Seriously, for me, it is just love. Because, I would have said something very different a few months ago. This is my personal growth. Why would I go through all this? Why would I do this for anyone? Or why would I want to make myself sturdier? It is for the love of the generations that I am taking care of. It is pure love. It is nothing beyond that. And that is the only thing that keeps us going, is that connection that we have to realize that if I am not sturdy, if I did not have a voice, if I didn't have an outlet, as you mentioned, how would I take care of the people I love?
Yes.
So
I feel that's a great way to look at how things do. And I feel as humans, nothing is more precious than love. So I fully agree with you.
Yeah.
But have you seen that happening with or has that been voiced enough with the people you've been speaking to? It seems like it is, because from whatever I heard,
yes,
that is the underlying.
Most of their journeys have stemmed from love. Either it's the love for a person or a profession, or of giving back to society. Everybody has stemmed out of love. I mean, they are sturdy. They are facing their trials. Again, there are many who are, very strong on the face of it. It's sometimes, it's a facade. Internally, sometimes you're still crumbling, but they are still sturdy. And what keeps anybody going is not because, I'm getting the fame, I'm getting the name. No, it is not that. It is because at the end of the day, you're going to sleep in peace, knowing that you've done something that you love for someone that you love.
Yes, I feel it's the purest form.
It's the purest form of achieving true happiness.
Right, absolutely. So was there a moment during the making of these series where you felt emotionally overwhelmed?
Yes, absolutely.
Changed?
Absolutely. There was, when we are on a journey, we sometimes feel we are alone. We are very alone. Oh my God, I'm alone. I'm facing this. Why me? Why me? We always go through this. And as humans, it is very normal. But there are, nuances that I took from each and every person probably, and I could actually relate to them, especially I think Miss Priya Dutt. When I asked her, I said, doesn't it get tiring as a woman to be everything for everybody? And, there's this entire facade that we can do this, we're multitaskers, this, that. And when she spoke and she told me that, at the end of the day, you want someone to take care of you. You want someone to take care of, yourself. Who's going to be there for me? I want somebody standing for me. And I understand that because there are, again, as I say, not just me, but there are so many women who are multitaskers. They take on so many roles and nobody reaches out to them. Nobody asks them whether they've eaten, slept, what they're doing in the day, taking care of kids, the house, their responsibilities, work. It's not one-sided. And if you're facing, say, a stressful period in your life, the woman is supposed to be the strongest because she's holding it all together.
Right.
She's the one who doesn't, crumble in front of people, but she does need that support. Even if it is silent, she needs someone. When she said that, it kind of resonated with me, and I'm sure it resonated with so many more women. At the same time, when I was, interviewing Pooja Khanna, and she spoke about how her baby was born and, how her child was not even celebrated because of the condition. But, these are very sensitive matters. And I do not think that this is something that should be rampant, where a child is not celebrated just because of a condition. And at the same time, she mentioned how her family kind of, made everything so beautiful for her. You resonate with these things, and all this kind of puts everything into perspective, that there are people who are going through so much alone, but they don't talk about it. And when they do, they need the right ears to listen to them.
Yeah, I agree. In fact, one thought comes to mind when you speak about, all the things which most women do, and they go unnoticed, I guess, and people don't really notice it because you feel like it's a part of conditioning, culture. Right. I don't know.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what it is.
What do you think that there is some form of a feedback which you get in the form of appreciation? Do you feel that
as a woman?
Yeah.
I think we are conditioned to expect so less. Sometimes even acknowledgement makes you feel like you're on cloud nine. Even if it's just mere acknowledgement
Okay.
of your work or of whatever you're doing in the day, even if you get a sentence from someone, you will feel, oh my God, that is so good. And I feel that makes me feel so good. That is the kind of threshold we've been given of expectation sometimes. That when appreciation is something which, I don't even think most women expect anymore.
Right.
It's, unfortunate. That's very unfortunate because at the same, I don't think this is very gender-based as an intent. I think it's just the way our society has been conditioned now.
Correct.
But it is very important to go to the root, and as difficult as that might be, because, well, it is conditioning over ages and times, but it is very important to go down to the root of it and kind of, understand where things have gone wrong, because times have changed.
Yes.
The times we're talking about is where women would sit at home and, take care of the house. And these are all very ancient things now, now. And that, I'm not saying that women sitting at home is wrong. I think they have much more work to do and much more frustrating work to do, because it's never-ending job and you're not even paid for it. So it's very important to identify and appreciate the role that women play.
Yeah.
It just gives them so much more.
I agree. And
so much more to just feel happy.
Right. So is there a part of your journey today which you have not shared in the past till date, but what you feel, maybe you feel you're ready to do so now?
That's a tough one. That is a tough one. As a person, I have always been very closed. You will always see me laughing, joking, or you'll see me quiet. There will never be a time where I will talk about things that truly matter. It's very difficult for me to talk about things. Having said that, if I'm sitting here, I owe it to the people to know where I come from. So this is something I don't share and I don't talk about at all. My brother passed away when I was 23. He was 30. It's like, you wake up in the morning and he's no more. That, so it's like you have this 22-and-a-half-year-old woman at that time who was a rebel. My role changed overnight. I became the caretaker. I became it, my mom would cough and I would run to her. I took on roles which I didn't even understand at that point of time, because I was always the baby of the house. And suddenly I don't think it was given to me, but I kind of became responsible to take care of my mom, to be there for her, because she was and has been always attached to my brother, as is natural. That kind of changed me inherently. And I think the role that I have played in the past 17 or 18 years now is the root cause starts there. I always feel that when he passed, he took a part of me with him. And that kind of makes it very different for me today when I have to deal with something else that has, let's say, been a part of my life in the past 6 or 8 months. It makes me more responsible, I think, beyond norm, or almost to a superhuman effect. So I think that is the root cause of it, and I think it kind of works for now, and I'm hoping that I can surpass this phase too.
Yeah, yes. I know. I've kind of been there, seeing it happen, and I feel like there's always a reason for whatever, and it's very unfortunate that humans in general require or have to face a certain life-changing situation which comes out of nowhere.
Absolutely.
And that's where you can either break, or you take it in your own hands and just sort of stand out and kind of create that strength and bond and maybe more affection and love.
Absolutely. It also comes with the flip side of a lot of anxiety, stress, always being a little nervous about things. You always have that little flip side. So it's not as, it doesn't look as, it's not as glorified as a lot of people make it out to be. There are times when people come and tell me that you're older than your age.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay, probably I am. It's because I've been dealing with things which are much beyond someone's normal, day-to-day life. And it doesn't take away their responsibilities from them. But at the same time, this is my life and this is my priority at the moment. And it has been for whatever reason it's been. So fair enough. There is a flip side to it. At the same time, I also know that, if there's a challenge that I'm being faced with, or if there's something in my face, I will probably be able to handle it better today with all the experience that I've had than I could have, say, about 15 years ago, if I hadn't had a few experiences. So yes, there is a lot of inherent strength that has come about because of the challenges. And I try to focus as much on that because that is going to help me, move forward from a lot of things, and because you have to do things on a mundane level. There is a practical side to life. We can't keep brooding and, making it out to be a philosophy, because there are practical things to do. You have to eat, you have to sleep, you've got to take care of people, you have so many things to do. This is very important where you kind of compartmentalize your brain and you're like, I have to channelize, my energy right now onto this. And the rest we can,
Right.
think of at a later time. So, yes. When it got too much, I think that's where Behind the Strength came about.
That's what I said, right? Like, I think it requires a certain
An
sort of
outlet.
movement, outlet. And
absolutely.
I feel that's a great way to move forward in
Right.
life and continue being a human.
True, exactly.
How would you define strength today versus when you began this podcast?
Strength is silent.
Mm-hmm.
It's very silent. It's not loud. If you can survive your day, let's not talk about life, I feel when you go day by day, if you can survive your day with an iota of peace in your mind, in your heart, in your head, wherever, in your entire soul, in your being, you're strong. If nothing can stir you, you're strong. As lovely as that sounds, things will stir you. How fast you reach back to your center and find that space, where you can kind of make yourself sturdy, that is your strength. And I would not have found this a few months ago. I think I was very scattered. I was all over the place. Today, I'm a different person because of the amount of conversations I've had and the amount of lives I have, not only touched, but also had the opportunity to be a part of, even in that small, period of having a conversation with someone. It's changed me. It's changed me on a very base level.
That's pretty inspiring, I must say. What inspired the name Behind the Strength? And
there was someone who had, was visiting my mum. A doctor, and she was the one who told me, Priya, you're very strong. I don't know how you're keeping it together. And I think that was one of the initial stages of me, coming to terms with a few things. And I just looked at her face and I was silent because I just nodded. I said, yeah, okay, probably according to you. What you're seeing from outside, I'm very strong, but internally you don't know what's happening. There's havoc going on, But that's not just her. There were many people who started coming and saying, you're very strong, you're very strong, very strong. I said, yeah, but there is so much going on behind that. So it's quite simple, I said, it's not just me. There are so many people who wear this face. Makeup, I think, comes much later, but I think they wear a face. They wake up in the morning, they wear a face. They're like, we are going to be this today, because we have to do this today. But there is so much going on behind the scenes, behind that strength on their face. There is so much going on. Let's address that. I think the name kind of just, fit in.
Yeah, I feel it's really difficult to put on a face. In the effort required to go on with life.
Precisely.
It's tough.
Exactly.
And I feel like it requires strength, but it can also get exhausting.
It is.
And
that is exactly the story we wanted to talk about. The exhaustion. What is behind the face? What is behind that effort that you're putting in? You're putting in someone, I mean, I am putting in the effort so many times, but there is a story. And that story needs to be heard by so many people who would not have the opportunity to speak.
Yeah, agree. If Priya of today could speak to the version of herself who started this journey, what would she say?
When you say that, I'm coming home to myself, I felt that a few months ago that, I understood the words, I would feel it. Today, I feel I've come home to myself. Finally. The reason today I am calm in many ways, without getting, flummoxed in so many situations I could, is because I have understood myself, not fully. Of course, it's an ongoing journey. There will be changes. Everything will keep it will keep changing. But I feel I have found myself in this journey. And you will find yourself at some point in whichever journey that kind of naturally flows towards you. We can force 100 things in life, but if it doesn't flow naturally, it's not going to come. You're not going to find yourself. And to find yourself is the best gift, not only for you, it is for everybody around you, because you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right. Yeah, that's a lesson to be learned, I guess, for a lot of people, in general, because we get so lost in our world. And as we discussed that you hide behind a certain facade, that you forget what you are or what you are here for, and there is a role which you're playing.
Right.
And I feel that
it's
is
very important. My priorities are so straight. I'm like, okay, if not today, tomorrow. If not this, then later. If it's not important right now, and if I don't have to be there, fine. I have no FOMO. I mean, there are things which matter to me right now. That's what's important. And, all this, the inherent strength to actually even accept that. A lot of people don't feel it. They, to each his own. But for me, it is the fact that I've identified that I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
And genuinely okay. That keeps me calm.
I think even age comes to I don't want to bring that in the picture about
no. Age makes a very big difference.
It makes a huge difference.
It does.
I feel that people go through so many emotions of life that when you reach a certain age, you suddenly start. And it's time. I think that's the time when you really need to grow. Otherwise, you're stuck in time.
Yes, you can't. You have to grow with your experiences. Age, as they say, age is just a number. It could be just a number, but there are a lot of changes that take place with that number.
Correct.
And to accept it and without being delusional about it, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm fine. I'm 41 and I'm very happy being 41.
Yes. What has been your biggest takeaway from speaking to so many different women till date?
Well, I'm very happy to have, had the chance to speak with them. And I know that, so many women have spoken and there are so many more.
Oh, yes.
So many more and so many more stories and so much more to learn from each one of them. Like from Dr. Anjali Chhabria, when she was talking about, positivity for, at the mental level for cancer patients, for so many other matters that she spoke about, it just, even if you know this, that second voice that comes, you know that, this person is kind of giving me that strength back. So it's always a give and take. It's always a give and take. And luckily, I've had the opportunity to speak with people who have had so much knowledge to share, so many experiences.
Right. Yeah, I feel there's a lot to be uncovered.
Absolutely, so much more. Much more.
What do you hope people, after watching this finale, what do you think they can carry back with them from this series till you've done till now?
There are real people with real stories. They might not be as comical or action-filled. There could be drama, but they are real. They are very, very real. And these are lives with stories of, as I said, of conquering your demons, of conquering anything which came to, be an obstacle in your life or any challenge. I hope people get inspired and learn that there is nothing that cannot be conquered. Whether it is small, whether it is big, everything can be conquered. Find your strength, find yourself. Don't give up, don't give in. And 100% do not go into a vortex that I can't do this, because anything can be done if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's always mind over matter.
What is next for you and Behind the Strength?
You. So I am interested in more stories.
Right.
Not only women, everybody who has a story, everybody who has something to say. We are going to be working, talking, having conversations, and a lot more chats, hoping to inspire many more people. Hoping to even, get people who can't get a platform, a voice.
Yeah,
it's very essential.
You barely scratched the surface.
Not at all. In fact, there is, so much more to uncover in this domain that I really think there's a lot of voice of inspiration that needs to be heard.
Right.
And I just need to be the medium for it.
Yeah, I feel, and more strength to you.
Absolutely. Thank you, and back at you.
It's been quite interesting to see your journey, and I feel capturing it in this sense, in the first season, as I must say, is been very. I feel very inspiring, motivating,
Thank you.
and I feel you have so much more to achieve and to kind of also bring forward to your audience, and now my audience, I guess. I'm here. But I think it'll be really cool to see what you come up with next season.
Absolutely.
And I wish you the very best.
Thank you, and I'm hoping to have you on the same side, but with that board with me.
With that board with you.
Yeah, I'm kind of missing that board.
I give it to you right
yes,
now?
please. I really am missing it. Here, it's mine again. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, to my audience. I could not have had this chat with anybody other than Nikhil Merchant. We've known each other since we were babies, family friends, growing up, being there for each other, even silently, without, mentioning anything. Silent support over, I think, more than 30 to 40 years, probably. So the only person I could think of to help me through this, it's not tough, it's not easy for me to speak, to kind of guide me through speaking my heart would be Nikhil Merchant, and I'm ever grateful for that. Thank you very much.
No, that means a lot, and I feel that it's nice to be a part of a journey. There's nothing more a person can ask for than, be a part of someone's journey, be a part of even your journey, and, take things together and move on.
Absolutely.
With life. And I think it's been exciting.